travel and task easy. One day, a puppy was born, and it was a puppy of Siberian husky. These dogs are used to be weak, and Sapala thinks it is useless, as he can't take this dog on the sled ride with other dogs. He wants to give this dog to someone else, but his wife doesn't want this. She keeps all the dogs like her kids. She named it Togo and says, "I love it like my kids." They are near my heart and I don't want to make them separate from me. I would give Togo a chance, and it is younger now. We should not take out any conclusion soon about it. Sapala doesn't want this, but even then he agrees with his wife. Togo was growing older with the passage of time, and it was naughty. Sapala was annoying by it. His wife always asked him to take Togo with him on a slide ride. He says to his wife that it was weak now and it can't survive on the slide ride. Sapala gives Togo to his friend, but his wife knows none will keep it because it was naughty. It happens the same the next day. His friends bring Togo back. He says, "This dog is yours, is naughty, and I can't keep it with me." His wife smiled at this because it was naughty. And whenever Sapala takes his dogs on the ride, Togo goes behind him. Even he tells it in a fence, but it runs from there while digging the earth. It ran after Sapala and it enjoys with other dog arriving there. Due to it, Sapala practice wins with what was he teaching his dog. One day it falls into the water and Sapala was fed up with its act. He locked Togo in a room, but it moves out from there somehow. One day Sapala convinced his female friend to keep Togo, but she was strict and said Togo has to stay in the room. Sapala doesn't have any problem with it and leaves while dropping Togo there. After a short time, Togo breaks the mirror of the window and comes out and reaches Sapala. He becomes worried seeing it and notices its hand also injured, and they were bleeding. So he makes Togo sit on the slide to taking it home. Togo doesn't want to sit on it and want to run with other dogs. After trying hard, when Togo didn't sit on the slide, Sapala tries it with the other dogs. After moving at a distance, he noticed Togo is energetic and runs speedily than other dogs. So he ties it in front. Togo takes them home soon with its speed, and Sapala becomes happy and shocked to see Togo and tells his wife how speedily Togo ran. He even tells his wife it is a lead dog and it was become happy to see Togo. His wife also becomes happy to see it after Sapala wins many sled races. With the help of Togo, they become famous gradually. The time passed like this, and now 12 years have passed. Togo is soon elder, and one day it returns to its city and discovered disease has been spread in the city named diphtheria, and it was affecting the kids. The kids were losing their life to this disease, and everyone was worried. Major calls meeting, and Sapala goes there and tells them there is an antidote to this disease. It was 600 km far from Nome, but it is dangerous to go there as a huge storm is arriving. Major asks Sapala about the weather, and he tells, "When I was returning, the dogs were panicked to see the weather." Togo was also getting panicked, and it has done this after many years. We should be concerned if it was concerned. Later he leaves, and when he comes out, a doctor asks for the lift. Sapala drops him at the hospital on his slide. Sapala sees many kids are sick in the hospital and their lives will be in danger if they will not brought the medicine. Sapala gets lost in his thoughts and tells his wife that When he gets home, he will go take medicine. He says, I will take Togo with me, but his wife says, it was now 12 years old, and you said it is not strong. The weather is also not good, and I don't want you to be a reason for its death. Then you devote your entire life to fact that Togo dies as a result of your action. Sapala doesn't want to go without it, and he lives with Togo while saying goodbye to his wife. As Sapala was moving with his dog, the storm was also moving forward. The wind was so hard that Sapala couldn't see anything. Togo was in front of Sapala, was asking his dogs to move forward. They were returning soon while taking medicine from Nevada, and he was on the deep slide with his dog, and Togo stops there. Sapala couldn't understand anything and finds a huge dish, and Togo has seen the terrible dish even in his storm. It stops because of it, and Sapala was saved along with his dog due to it. Meanwhile, Sapala sees Togo's foot was injured and it was bleeding as well after traveling the whole day. Sapala and his dogs reach the outspot. There was a lady doctor at the outpost and tells Sapala that Togo is now 12 years old now it has become weak. This long injury isn't good for Togo. But even then, Sapala and his leading dogs Togo move forward. The condition of the kids are getting worse in the hospital, and Sapala was moving forward with his dog. He was taking shortcut for reaching his point soon. He sees there is a terrible frozen lake, and the storm was also moving toward them from the other side. Sapala doesn't get scared and asked his dogs to move forward on the frozen lake that was moving with their steps. The dogs were moving forward and somehow crossed the lake. After traveling the whole day, they reach a checkpost and take a rest there. Sapala's wife goes to the major and tells the medicine has been sent from the Nevada, and Sapala will get them on his way. He was moving forward through the shortcuts, and his travel will be longer if he will not get those medicine. Sapala is soon reaching a checkpost after traveling for a whole day. Togo's condition was worse, but even then it wants to move forward and lead. Now it happens the same. Sapala was moving from his shortcut, and if he will not find the man bringing medicine from Nevada, so his travel will become difficult for him. Sapala gets tired and his eyes were closing, but his dog were moving forward like electricity, and the man is soon came from Nevada. He has the medicine and stops, but Sapala was moving forward with his dogs. The man calls him, but Sapala was lost, and the hard winds was also blowing as well. Due to it, Sapala couldn't hear that the man's voice, but Togo has heard something, and the man was thinking Sapala didn't hear him and moved forward. The man said Sapala was returning because Togo has stopped there, and Sapala has the medicine for which he has come so far. Now they stop at the checkpost, and his friend asks him to leave Togo there. I have lost my many dogs in those travel storms. I don't want you to lose your lovely dog Togo. But he refused to and says Togo is my lead dog and I can't travel without it. Sapala again started traveling with his dogs. The lake appears in front of them, which he has crossed with his dog yesterday. Now the lake was moving, but if they will not go by their journey will increase one more day. Sapala decided they will move forward on this way and asked his dog to move forward, and now the dog were crossing the lake speedily. Now the water was also coming out of the lake, and they will be ended if they will be drowned in it. Because of the speed of Togo and the other dogs, they somehow reach the store. The piece with which they will move forward, the piece moves separate from the sword. Sapala throws Togo to the sword and asked it to pull that ice piece. Togo was injured, but even then it applied its force. It takes them to the shore, and now they come out of the frozen lake. They were trapped, and Sapala miraculously saves his dogs and transports them to a checkpoint. The lady doctor was also there, and seeing Togo, her eyes filled with tears. tears. She says, Sepala, your dog is dying and its condition is worse. She also makes Sepala upset as he also loves Togo. Then after speeding a night when he started his journey, he ties Togo behind. It was sick and can't travel. Even then, Togo stands at its position and Sepala understands Togo doesn't want to take rest. It wants to stand in its place. It wants to end its journey. It ties Togo in front and they start their journey. After a few hours, the storm becomes terrible that Sepala cannot see anything. He couldn't see the way and goes to Togo and say, I can't see further. Now you have shown us the way and take us to the next post. Sepala covers his face and Togo takes them forward. Moving at a distance, Togo gets tired and sit there being tired. Sepala goes to it and says, you have to stand up, we have to take that medicine. We will be ended here if we will not move forward to our destination. Togo wasn't responding him. Sepala was happy that he escaped because of Togo, but it wasn't responding him. Then a man comes to him with a Latin which means Togo has done its job there. It was conveyed Sepala to the checkpoint and he became happy to see this. Everyone was saved because of Togo. Now they go inside as Togo's condition wasn't well, and there was the man sent by Sepala's wife to take that medicine while reaching the outpost. So he will return soon to the place where kids are sick. They take rest at night. The man moves in the morning while taking that medicine. After a short time, he reaches the city, Nome, where a reporter were waiting for him. As this news was spread in New York that a man has gone on the long journey for bringing medicine, the reporter was thinking maybe the man has returned with his team. Now the reporter prints that man named in the news except for Sepala. Sepala's wife was disappointed and Togo was also recalled. Now he reached Nome with his dog. Many people come here for thanking Sepala and his dogs. The kids also come here who were recovered because of Sepala. A girl arrived and asked while seeing Togo, it's dying. Sepala moves out of his house hearing this and his wife moves behind him. He says to his wife, Togo is in this condition because of me. It was of 12 years and I shouldn't take it with me. His wife asked, is there any more except for Togo who can do this? Sepala becomes silent as he knows none could do this except for Togo. Sepala it's again shown going for practice the next morning with his dog. Seeing this, Togo also want to go with their other dogs and doesn't want to stay at home. Sepala understands it doesn't want to pull slide but wanted to spend time with Sepala. After some time, Togo recovered and he used to go on a long journey with his wife and Togo. Togo have some kids after 2 years and many musher come to buy him. The breed of those puppies was given a new name, Siberian. Later Togo died in 1929, but Sepala used to train their dogs. Togo was famous dog in the city. This was Togo's story. Togo has demonstrated in this story that Togo's dogs are the most important creature on the planet. Here the movie ends. So this is the movie, and keep subscribing, keep liking and keep sharing. Thank you for watching.